following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
What? Roxy, what did you do?
It's not what I did.
Well, you have to have done something because...
Why does it have to be me?
You told her about the Lisa thing, right? That's what the hoopla was this morning?
Technically, no.
Because you said...
Dex told her.
Of course he did.
She made me do it.
Apparently, she'd already been talking to the professor about this.
Well, I'm going to go watch my terminal because that's going to be more interesting than standing around getting punched by you for being your friend.
Roxy,
That's not why you know it.
Roxy, can I have a word in private with you?
Well, I'm going to my terminal, so if you want to come and talk to me while I'm watching.
Why, yes, I will join you in your room, Roxy. After this. He deserved it. Need on. Please tell me you didn't let her go after Destroyer. Is she doing something smart or is she doing something heroic?
The second one.
Shit.
But apparently she's not going to just
Your
go...
terminal is blinking.
Apparently she's not just going to go and rush and have cops. Apparently this
Well, thank God, everything Russian
she's got
sucks.
a plan. Something that's been approved by the professor.
Oh, good. So she's probably still going to die, but doing something useful.
Apparently she said she needed this. Something about what she was talking to you about last night.
It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely. What did she think I said?
Something about wanting to be a hero again. Push the button.
And this is going to work. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Stephanie.
Now, this is a little pre-recorded thing. You can't respond back because if you could, time would be weird. So, where am I? What am I doing? And why are you about to receive live footage of me dying? Well,
Wait, what?
I was talking with Alvin last night before we got into that shameful display where all of you lecherous mongers had to just grope us with your eyeballs. And then humiliate yourselves because none of you know how to act sexy, especially not Tom. Hilarious clown shorts Tom. Funny, but not sexy. I didn't really understand what he was getting at. I mean, he's that way and I'm my way, and then I realized he was being clever. Because Roxanne can't be in this way. She's not adept at these kind of things. She would have just barked orders around. He was trying to get me to see something about myself. That I haven't completely let go of this hero bullshit. So here I am, one last ride. You're about to watch Destroyer end. Forever, hopefully. And probably me die. If that should happen, trying to think of me well. And not late at night with your hand down your pants. Alvin, please make sure the boys don't do this. Boys, fill in those holes. You know what I mean. It cuts out.
So,
A new video feed. You're looking at a laboratory, and there's Destroyer. Then, like, Stephanie walks into the front of the frame. Destroyer looks over. Me, no, you. Oh, cut the shit. Everyone knows that treatment didn't work. Everyone knows that you've paid that scientist off. That guard's working for you, and this whole security system around here is looped and not working. The computer of the facility is also under your beck and call. Well, Destroyer just says, cutting the act completely. It looks like someone's been blabbing. Yes, we all had a talk about it. They all decided to keep your secret. I decided to end you forever. Destroyer has this look on her face that's just like, that's cute. And you're going to do this all by yourself. Yep, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, hang you up to dry. They're not gonna have enough left to reconstitute you into the abomination that you are. You plastic test tube bitch. The camera's frame rate is too slow to catch the movement. But Stephanie is doubled up around Destroyer's fist. There's blood dripping out of her mouth. Who is plastic and fake? Hair. Beg, and I will not. Lightning hits her from behind. Ah! That will not. We. Thud. Scientists, Dwight Masterton, and Johnny Lightning are now in frame.
jeez! Christ, I was gonna go...
Stephanie's just like, oh, thud! Johnny's like, you see, Dad? Do you see? I do, son. You've both done well. Take her to the infirmary and activate the end system. There's a humming noise you can hear over the thing, but nothing else changes now. He just turns to the side. Like, more security guards come in, like the professional double-breasted black suits with the suspicious bulges, like, grab the other security guards. There's brief firefights. The camera goes dead. She's not going to be back for a little bit.
Okay. I did not give her enough credit, and I was trying to remember where Johnny was, so I could run to him like a little bitch, and maybe
get him to run after because he's fast enough.
No, because
he's not.
So he could call Daddy and maybe negotiate for Stephanie's life on our behalf. Because she was about to die.
She's going to be okay.
Your door opens. Dix walks in. Alvin, I'm sorry I didn't give you enough credit. Apparently you're a master manipulator.
What now?
I mean, you sent my friend off to potentially die, but you saved so many people, so I guess you did the right thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good job, Alvin.
Slap, knuckle.
Of course.
I'm gonna...
Excuse me, I need to be alone with my sister.
Of course. You right there, Alvin?
Tom walks in.
Oh, he just...
Were you behind this? You don't lock your door ever. Were you behind this?
Only in the sense that I told her about her friends, but apparently she'd already been talking to the professor, and then...
Okay, so Alvin is
Alvin
the
had
genius.
inspired her with
Good job, little man.
No, this is all Steph.
Come on, Alvin. You don't want people to think...
Dude, if you are into manipulating
the
people
sound of
at
spray
all,
paint from outside your room.
excuse me.
Yeah.
No one's there, but written on the outside of the room is, Alvin did this, not Roxanne. Give her no credit.
What the fuck, Roxy? You're gonna want to see this.
That's fine with me.
How many walks past?
Roxy, it was just written on the outside of your room. Do you see anybody?
She gives you a frozen paintball.
And what am I supposed to do with this?
An ornament of your spray paint victory.
Won't this just melt and turn into...
By the time it melts, the paint will have solidified.
How many? Did you see anyone here?
Yes, you are both here.
I heard paint being put up, ran out here, it was up, there's nobody around.
I saw no one.
You were coming here, you saw no one.
I was playing.
Tom had only
I was
just
playing
left.
Immortal Kombat. I had just beaten the high score and looked up and saw the spray paint.
And Tom had just left.
Tom would not do. Tom.
Roxy, can
I will
see-
question Tom.
Roxy,
Walks
can I
off.
can I see your cool paintball? Cool.
Fresh. Smells like. Oh, you're from the hood. It smells like like a generic brand of paint you can get at most like stores for very cheap. A lot of guys like to huff it.
You can smell now?
Yeah, I've been working on. For God's sake, Roxy, I've been.
He has spent the points.
No, it's the first time she's seen it, not in another person's body. Like,
Yeah, I can even taste some stuff too.
Congrats.
Okay, you hold on to that for a sec. Labrador puppy. Okay.
Aw.
Running off down the corridor.
Oh, look at it run. It can't run properly. Little butt going. Sorry.
Squid.
It can't go around corners. It's backsliding.
To be fair, adult dogs can't do that well.
But it's adorable when Labrador
I
puppies
love watching those videos where like frisbees hit dogs in the face. They're like leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, scenes you will not see in a Disney movie.
I'll just put the paint thing on my dresser.
Yeah. So he's just going to go around the residential ring trying to smell that paint.
There's some paint like it on the outside of Tom and Harmony's room because that's where paint was before. Otherwise, you don't smell a trail.
Sad puppy, go back to Rob.
What's wrong, little fella?
Bork.
Bork. I found it paint, but the paint smell, but only on the rooms that had already been painted before.
Oh, there.
He still weighs the same.
Oh, he's so
He can't change his. God, it's like trying to pick up a cat.
I'm gonna put you down. This is weird. Oh well, good try.
Do you know how to feed him?
No, it's not like I've got human treats. Besides, he just ate and well, that was his Dixie, from what I could tell. But
Your terminal news today includes the fact that there's going to be new students arriving, and a welcome wagon should be organised. Talk amongst yourselves and decide on your welcoming committee.
does it have a time?
Ooh.
Yeah, the time will be conveniently right after you've done this discussion.
Oh, fresh fish. What are we going to do to him, Roxy?
We're just gonna be nice and greet them.
Well, I mean, fundamental question. Are they going to get their own group lead and they're like underclassmen, or do they have to fall into us?
Everyone arrives at Roxy's room and just comes right in. I believe that last time worked well. You have both integrated. So, Jennifer and I will just wait outside of the infirmary. And the others will play games, pretending to be innocently arrayed around the complex.
I mean, I'd like to come and meet them too.
Wait,
Course squad leader.
Wait, were you guys pretending to do stuff when we got here?
Yes.
Were you trying to look cool?
Yes.
What did you
Guessing
do? And what?
casual was more what they were trying to look.
I don't want to look casual. I want to show off for the newbies.
Very well. She'll leave. She'll come back. I stole this from Tom's desk. It is Old Spice body spray. It takes a regular smelling man and makes him smell like a man who smells like power.
That's a better plan than I had. I was thinking of going to find a book on a pterodactyl or something.
It makes Tom smell sexy. What? Nothing.
Where's that
Spritz.
can like? Look like it's 50 years old.
It's not. It doesn't, I mean. God! Storms out.
Smells good.
I don't
though.
know what's going to happen as far as because I mean we got to remember these people are coming in and they're like a whole month or more behind all of our classes. So I imagine they're going to have their own.
Well, because everyone in the classes moves at their different speed.
Well, that and where did they come from that they just got tested now?
Well, I mean, Maybe they're mutants that were captured.
Well,
Rather than getting, maybe they're
not
former
going to be
vigilantes. Maybe they were.
Dex leans against the wall with the air of a professor. Well, as you know, different people manifest their abilities at different stages. Depending on how visible their powers are, they might have slipped through the cracks with the initial testing, only to, say, manifest in the middle of school lunch, and then they'd be picked up. Maybe they were like, I can only use these powers for good. To the DMV with me. And here they are. I mean, look at how late you two came in.
Yeah, not everybody is picked up in the annual DMV tests at the schools.
Yes, when they stick a shining rod in your poop. Is that what they did to you, love? Did you like it?
You're disgusting sometimes.
Hey, they did it to me.
That's not charming.
It went right in my ass.
That's not charming, Dex.
It went into my ass, too. I remember it distinctly. The cold. God, they couldn't even warm it up.
Yeah, what is with that?
I believe it's because they like seeing you in discomfort.
Why does that thing take so long to get to stage 1 and starting to work?
Because I believe the people who do the testing are sexual perverts.
And Miranda falls into your...
Oh, absolutely. Look at her slooting around the place in her slooty jumpsuit. God, those legs that... She's right behind me, isn't she? Oh, thank God.
I wish she was right behind you.
I mean, you keep...
My love.
We still need to talk about what happened at breakfast today. You're still being vague, and I don't like it.
Okay, look. Everyone else saw that we were just engaged in about 2.5 minutes of kissing.
That's assault and abuse.
No,
that's not cute.
It's very cute.
I mean, to be honest, it impaired my ability to eat for at least, milliseconds behind where I would have been before.
That is a form of sexual assault.
Oh, it is not.
You weren't even aware of it.
That makes what makes it worse.
Oh, yeah.
It's an illusion, love. No one gets anything out of it but the watcher.
So you put on that show for us.
Well, I can't see it.
But wait, don't you have to fantasize it or project it so you are seeing it?
Nope, make your brain do that job.
Right. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, but seriously, stop playing around in people's heads.
I will when you do.
It's not as fun when a psychic says it.
Hope Stephanie's okay.
Yeah.
She didn't look more hurt than when I've seen her come out of the danger room, so,
Thing is, Destroyer's clever. I'm worried that this is... I'm worried. She seems to know so much. I'm worried she knows about this and she's just playing possum or something. Or that there's some guard there who's under her influence or pay, and she's just going to use that to get out of this.
Seeing as these events have happened, and we probably should talk about it. Someone want to lock the door, and we'll actually discuss this.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so why exactly did we have to take out Destroyer before she did anything about Ultra Girl or Soviet?
Because the sooner we act on this, the less power influence she has over everything. She'd already grabbed too much of a foothold in Terradino, clearly, in a very short time.
Yeah. And precisely why did we need to stop that? Just thinking out loud here. What benefit?
Because she is too dangerous, and she's...
Let's back that up just a little bit. Okay, what is your particular beef with Destroyer? You hate Destroyer because...
She killed me.
She killed you.
You saw how she acted when she was here, right?
Okay.
Also, she's acting outside of the normal channels.
Dear God, Roxy, just because people act outside the channels does not mean they need to be stopped. I mean,
yes, it does.
What Steph...
The channels exist
What
for a
Steph
reason.
just did was not typically part of the normal channels, aside from the fact that she okayed it with Mildred. Okay. Say you are familiar with a child that it's been born, but it doesn't have a conventional family. lives its entire life inside a laboratory environment, being told it's the bestest fucking thing in the universe, and it has a great future and mission ahead of it. You're following what I'm doing so far. It's just... No, it's not been socialized, hasn't had to make friends or anything. It's just big, grand old mission, like some dickhead raised on a military base, being told to follow orders, and it's got a great future and everything ahead of it. We're starting to see kind of a connection there. And then, out of nowhere, down through the chain of command, some dickhead further up the chain of command, it says, well, let's see how well she can do. Let's come up with some crappy mission where we see how good the super important person is by having them babysit some asshole that they've never met, doesn't have anything to do with their mission, and is just a childish waste of their time. What do you think?
From their perspective, it would have been.
Do you think that they're, and given their intellect and their predications, do you think that they're going to try and do the best job for that thing? Or do you think they're going to deliberately flub this piece of shit audition for a crap job they don't want so they get sent back home?
I'm not saying I don't understand their motivations.
Well, it seems to me you hate her because she almost killed you and she threatened your friends and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking that was part of her plan. She was playing a role, and she didn't get upset until someone called her. What did you call her?
Test tube bitch.
Test tube
it's pretty
bitch.
much the same thing. People notice that gets to her, I believe, and so that's exactly what Stephanie called her too.
Given that she's like basically a demigod at this point, and that's maybe the one thing a goo made. What you call us? Humans made that were basically rubbing together and shooting goo into one another. Mm-hmm. That we made fun of being engineered perfection. So she played us. She wasn't. Mm-hmm. She wasn't crazy. She wasn't like.
Oh, absolutely not.
Wasn't super aggressive, and we've now stopped her from doing the thing that we basically wanted her to do. We wanted Ultra Girl stopped, brought in maybe...
Wait, why do we want Ultra Girl stopped?
I don't know, she threatened
We want her brought in because she's a vigilante who isn't...
okay, that's great, but why isn't Soviet top of the heap?
She was second top of the heap, especially since there was some kind of indication there that Destroyer has Soviet cells in her, so it's probably personal.
Well, here's the thing, look... I don't know, this isn't about what we wanted. It was Destroyer was... Well, here's the thing. I believe Destroyer was clearly already being worked on before the Soviet incident. So her primary reason to exist is to stop Ultra Girl, because Ultra Girl's the outside of Caesar, who doesn't even seem to do anything. Anyway, she's the top of the costume vigilante.
Well, yeah, I realize we're in a DMV camp here, but can we actually discuss for a second, exactly why does Ultra Girl need to be the number one priority of stop? She doesn't destroy a bunch of things. She only beats up criminals. She's never assaulted the police.
She still caused collateral damage,
Nowhere near as much as other costume vigilantes out there. Why is she the number one? It's a pissing contest, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. In Destroyer's case, yeah.
And Pterodino's case, they want to prove they're number one. They failed with their robot.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing that she was engineered to stop Ultra Girl, because if you can stop Ultra Girl, then everything else is below her, right?
Ostensibly.
Well, that, and, they mentioned that Destroyer's made from Ultra Girl's things, so they've got to compare her to the original.
You don't create a super weapon to just be a weapon.
So the super weapon's going to go after a recognized public hero to draw out someone who's never really done anything massively wrong, and is only going to guarantee his safety if he cooperates.
That sounds like a lot of government spook shit. Gee, I wonder what would actually happen around the government spooks and what they would do with their awesome, powerful thing.
Well, that's speculation.
Yeah, but I do not have a lot of faith in...
I'm still trying to ascertain exactly what your problem here is.
My problem is... I don't know why we wanted to stop her yet.
Because she's already gotten too much of a foothold in a short time, circumventing the standard procedure. She was basically creating her own little Destroyer fan club and just doing what she wanted instead of doing what she is supposed to do. Now, granted, because she has been engineered a particular way, part of what she wanted is what she was supposed to do, but she was getting too big for her britches in a very short time and taking matters into her own hands and basically acting all subterfuge. She was doing what you do. So, she was Alvining Terradano, and she was Alvining everybody who created her and put work into her to just do what she wanted. And she was playing along to a certain extent to keep them none the wiser, but she was still doing what she wants. And eventually, when you get a mutant that's that powerful who realize that they can't be stopped and they can do what they want, they ain't gonna stop there. She's gonna become a bigger threat than Ultra Girl ever was.
You're right. She'd
be a bigger threat than Soviet, because eventually she'll be like, I can be queen of this planet and just take it over. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. That's who.
You're right. She could have been the next Caesar. Pretty much an unimpeachable, as long as some people kept their mouths closed, unimpeachable badass that actually served as like hey, she took down some of the biggest threats in the world and was actually still loyal to the people that made her.
She's clearly not loyal, though. She's
She said, literally, she said to us, she was still loyal to the people that created her because they created such perfection.
I'm hearing this from the guy who's the expert at playing everybody, and he just believes.
I didn't say anything.
He just believes what the big evil mutant says and doesn't think he's being played himself. And hearing what
I know the difference between somebody that doesn't have social skills, making grr arg, I'm the bad guy, please hate me and send me back to my lab, and somebody that doesn't have time to answer questions and has to think about it when you ask them, like, how come you don't do this legit? You could have been a hero. And they go, gee, I don't know. I didn't really ever think I could have friends. You were literally there when I asked her. Yeah. But no, that we need to take her down. Evil bitch. Awesome.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it would have been nice if she'd taken down some of the other mutants first, but how much of a control would she have had by that point? Would it have been too much?
I don't know.
I just don't see it going anywhere good.
Alright, so I guess I've worked out how people are thinking about it around in here, so,
well, that's my 2 cents. I mean, I don't know what Dex's 2 cents is, but
I don't know.
I mean, clearly Johnny and Stephanie
if you really want to know, I don't think Stephanie should have gone off and done that at all. It was too dangerous.
Well, I mean, I agree with that.
I mean, I've seen into the Destroyer's head, and it has nothing but contempt and hatred for people. And it had a calculatedness and an ability to wall off certain areas.
You're just supporting it's too dangerous to keep around for long.
Well, I think it should have been left to more responsible people, like perhaps a proper insertion team, instead of letting Stephanie just charge off and risk herself, perhaps getting killed and doing all this off her own bat. I think when she comes back, she should be confined to quarters forever and never be allowed to leave again, kept nice and safe in a little walled compound.
Normally I'd say, yeah, go with the professionals, but we don't know how many of the professionals were secret. We still don't know. Like I said, I'm incredibly nervous.
You were on the take.
What's that?
You were on the take. She had you. And you.
Exactly.
And you.
Can at least trust
and all
Stephanie
of us.
and Johnny to do the right thing.
Can you? That was dangerous. She could have been killed.
I know.
Should not have let her go. Can't believe you were that irresponsible.
She seemed to I don't know. I mean, you know her better than I do, but it seemed like if I didn't let her go, she would never forgive me for the rest of her life.
And,
it's like she needed this. You know, every so often somebody just looks at you and asks for something and you can tell they need it.
I don't know, I was under the impression that as sort of the group leader, you had to be able to make those decisions and say no.
I mean, there's that too. I mean, she wasn't allowed to go unless I approved it.